Monday Hoops. Coming up, the high-octane superstar Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls go up against the Boston Celtics and their gunner, Ray Allen. Chicago, Boston. Coming up next.
There we see Doc Rivers reviewing the scouting report with his team. Thanks for joining us as we bring you this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Doris Burke and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. This Boston crowd ready to roar in this Eastern Conference matchup for the Celtics. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Carlos Boozer and Joakim Noah, they're inside. Rose and Dang on the floor, and Brewer. And for Boston, Garnett and Perkins in the middle. Ray Allen and Paul Pierce on the wings, and Rondo. Fans of the Celtics, they've built such a rapport with their franchise. Each generation, it seems, to grow, and Boston now is a veteran team. You know, frankly, though, one of the older teams in the NBA.
Absolutely, Kevin, and there were a lot of questions about if their window might be passed or closing. I think the way they played in May answered all of those questions, though. They still are a championship caliber team and can turn it on when they need to.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, thank you. Well, a painful finals loss for this Celtics team last season. 2 chances to finish off the Lakers. They were ahead in Game 7 for 3.5 quarters, but couldn't get the job done. Now, with an aging roster, the question becomes whether the Celtics have what it takes to make another run. Guys, we'll see what this season holds for them.
Well, I wouldn't count them out just yet, Doris. Thank you. So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. The shot by Pierce will not go. You mentioned turning it on. You wonder, though, if they're going to try to turn it on at some point and it won't happen.
Well, you know what? Maybe at some point that will be the case, but until that is the case, you've got to consider them as a title contender each year, especially if they're healthy.
Carlos Boozer, Clark, 6'9", about 260, 270 out of Duke, a big body, and he knows how to throw his weight around inside.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? He's been a dominant rebounder and scorer inside for the better part of a decade now. 5th in rebounding last season at over 11 a game, over 56% shooting from the field, which was 6th best. He's simply a beast.
Got the bucket and the foul. And he makes the free throw. Here's Rondo. But going back to Boozer, he's never been a terrific defender.
Well, that's been the knock on him. He doesn't have great length or quickness. He is strong, and sometimes maybe not quite as focused at that end of the floor, considering how much work he has to do at the other end. Well, he faded away on it for no good reason. He shouldn't have made that shot harder than it had to be.
With the fadeaway, it's good. This time the assist from Rose. Boozer's got his second basket.
Well, it's been a good shooting start to the game. Shooting 75% from the field on their first 4 shots.
Rondo passes to Allen. Pass to Pierce. He's covered by Dang. A second left. Pierce's shot is good. Pierce has got his first 2 points.
You've got to close out on that mid-range jump shot.
Dang against Pierce. Outside Rose. Back to Boozer. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Boozer's got 6.
These guys are doing an excellent job on offense here at the start of this game. Good shots leading to 4 or 5 shooting.
Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers.
He seemed to be most worried about the issue of how to contain Derrick Rose. He said Derrick's ball handling skills and his change of direction are just amazing. He's a real handful in the open floor. We'll see if Rose lives up to that reputation and breaks a few ankles tonight, guys.
All right, Doris, thanks. Here's Noah. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
That's a good look. Very nice look.
And it's the Celtics with the ball. 6-point game. Outside Rondo. Pierce inside the three-point line. Again, Pierce missing.
This is one of the key reasons why they're losing. You have to get more production out of your core star players.
Outside Rose. Here's Boozer, and he makes the basket. So one free throw coming up as he'll try to make it a three-point play. Boston making some changes. O'Neal comes in for Kendrick Perkins, and Glenn Davis subbed in for Kevin Garnett. The Bulls also changing it up. Watson's checked in. Carlos Boozer, another one of those guys. You see, he went in the second round of the draft. You ask yourself, how in the world did that happen?
Yeah, you do sometimes when you think back to that, but you know what? He looked like an undersized center in college. Was hurt a little bit while there, so that explains perhaps why he ended up being a second-round draft pick.
Here's Rose after Paul Pierce's score. Outside Dang. And Boozer backs in. Gets it to the fall. Boozer's got 10.
This is what happens when the defense lags. Wrong guy to give an opening to.
Celtics trail by 8. Thinking about this Bulls team knocked out by Cleveland in round 1. Joakim Noah said he wanted the Cavs, but maybe bit off a little bit more than he could chew in that statement.
Well, you know what? It wasn't for lack of effort on his part. I thought he produced at a high level. The Bulls just need to mature a little bit and add an inside scoring presence to be able to challenge the Cavs.
Here's Rondo. From deep, there's Pierce. That's good on the assist by Rondo. He has 7.
He might not get a better look than that all game. You have to get closer to him. He's not going to bite you. Get up in him.
Thinking back to that Bulls-Cleveland series, I will say those games were close. It wasn't a runaway.
No, I thought it was a competitive series. I think every time two teams that know each other really well meet in the playoffs, even if the series doesn't go a long way, it's still competitive.
On defense, Boston, after the miss by Luol Deng. Here's Rose. Drops it in from 12 feet. Rose has got 5.
They're really giving them all they can handle here. The defense is having a hard time keeping up.
Allen outside. He dishes it. Here's Pierce. And there are the Celtics with another basket. Here is Rose. He has 5. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Tom Thibodeau is the new head coach of the Chicago Bulls. He's been an NBA assistant, Clark, for the last 2 decades.
And he's been considered a defensive mastermind. And you see how the Celtics have played defense under his leadership, and you can't argue with that.
Got his break in coaching under Bill Musselman with the expansion Timberwolves back in '89. Both teams deciding to change it up. Davis against Dang. Back to Rose. Here's Watson. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Thibodeau was at the helm defensively for the Boston Celtics, Clark, since the summer of '07 in their defensive coordinator position.
Yeah, and it's nice to hear what some of the Celtics players had to say. Paul Pierce said he's one of the hardest working assistant coaches that he's ever been around. Kendrick Perkins, Tib has been the best thing that happened to us.
Wow.
High praise.
Indeed. Just 5 on the clock. Wafer inside the three-point line. The shot, no good. The Bulls leading by 8. Outside Rose. From about 16. The shot is off. And the Celtics go with it the other way. Now Rondo. Pass to O'Neal. Working on Gibson. And oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. You got to stop the layup there. Make him earn his points from the line.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. And here are the Bulls now. They lead by 7. Davis against Dang. Drains the easy jumper. Dang's got his first basket.
I actually think he made that shot a little harder than it needed to be, but he showed a nice touch to knock it down.
Here's Rondo. Boston again missing. First quarter over, and big numbers up on the board. Bulls lead by 9.
Well, they're scoring with ease. They've definitely hit the ground running. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And we'll return momentarily. Now the second quarter about to start. Here is Robinson. So with Rose on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. It's Gibson and Noah at the 4 and the 5. Watson out there with Ronnie Brewer and Corver. Robinson with it. He's covered by Watson. Wafer kept alive. Here is Watson. Corver. Pierce covering. Shoots. Watson's shot is good. He's got 5. Here's Robinson. You know, Clark, you got to play great basketball in your own conference. And for the Celtics, well, they came away with 33 wins against the East last season.
Well, that's about what you'd expect from them, Kevin, given their talent and experience. I mean, anything less than 30 wins in that conference with their roster, you'd have to be disappointed in that.
And let's go to Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have for us?
Kevin, the Celtics are certainly not the fastest-paced team in the NBA, but in point guard Rajon Rondo, they have a one-man fast break. Paul Pierce said, "We get the ball to him as much as possible when we get stops because he can create havoc. He's one of the fastest point guards in the league. He can also finish, and that's exactly what we need." Kevin?
Yeah, a lot of jump shooting on that team. It gives them that threat to get to the rim. Thanks, Doris. And it's the Celtics with the ball. The Bulls getting the bucket. Well, I remember they were scrutinized a bit last year in the regular season, the Celtics, but it sure came together in the playoffs for them.
Absolutely, Kevin, but that's what you expect from veteran teams. I mean, that's what they do. They know when they need to turn it on and turn it up, and a team like the Celtics can flip that switch when needed.
Here is Watson, 5 points in the game. Jump-off pass. Noah with it. From 17 feet out. Garnett corrals the miss inside.
Well, Kevin, they need to crash the boards effectively here.
Outside Robinson. And that one's off. He misses his first shot of the game. Here is Watson. And here is Noah. Just 5 on the clock. Knocks it loose.
Again, another turnover for him. He needs to do a better job of knowing where the defense is.
Robinson, that's good. Here is Watson. Right around. 4 minutes left in the second. Noah with it. Here's Watson. And again, no good by Chicago. So, Clark, here's another player snatched out of the D-League by the Warriors, C.J. Watson. He's a fourth-year player out of Tennessee.
And whatever team he's been on, Kevin, he's been a solid contributor. I mean, he's a good mid-range jump shooter. He does a nice job defensively as well. I mean, he was really a coveted player this past offseason, and I think he's got a place in the league for a while now.
Here is Watson. He's got 5. Here's Noah.
He knew exactly where the ball was going and got a hand on it.
Outside Robinson. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. The first free throw is good. Last season was an adventure for Nate Robinson, who fell out of favor with Knicks coach Mike D'Antoni and was benched for 14 games.
Yeah, I know D'Antoni felt like he was a little too friendly with opposing players after losses, and Robinson also had that incident where he shot at their own basket right after the buzzer, so who knows?
So both teams changing it up here. Now here's Boozer. He's got 10. Can't put an end to the scoring drought. And here's Rondo. Pass to Davis. He's working on Boozer. Throws it up. And Davis gets it to go. They cut it to 1. Well, with the Knicks and Nate, they ended up trading him to the Celtics. He didn't play a whole lot for him in the playoffs, though.
Yeah, but he was definitely a player that I thought deserved some minutes, and when he did get time, he produced.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Boston on D. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Outside Rose. He dumps it off. And he gets the bucket. Foul is called. One free throw for him.
Terrific and one finish right there. Through contact.
At the line,
Nice job at the line, and that one falls to pick up the and one. 17 wins on the road with 24 losses for the Bulls this past season.
Yeah, and that's inverse of the home record, and they finished at 41 and 41 for 2 straight years, Kevin. That's about as middle of the pack as you can get.
Perkins against Thomas. Allen for 3, and again Boston with the triple.
Great pick there. The defender was stopped in his track, and it freed up the easy basket.
Rose kicks to Boozer. The 3 from Korver, and the basket good. He's got 6. And Clark, our stat guy, follows up on what you just said, saying that they had inverse records for home and away in 2009 as well, if you'd believe that.
Huh? I mean,
yeah, that's what he told me. I'm just reading what he wrote
all right,
down
no
here.
kidding.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it, but we'll see if they can break that trend this time around to get off of that 500 overall record and flip the script on the inverse home and road records. How about that?
Well said.
All
I
right.
understood it.
Okay. So did I.
So both teams making some changes here. Now Gibson. Now Pierce defending. And Boozer backs in. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Rose. The rebound by Pierce.
Both teams really matching up well on the board.
And he slams it home. Here's the replay on the Sprite Slam Cam.
Good execution on the break leads to the nice bucket.
Here's Rose. 5 points in the game. Now Gibson. Pass to Boozer. Outside Rose. And Boozer backs in. He's picked up by Rondo. Outside Dang. Laces 1 from 3. Tang's got 5 points so far.
You can see that they're not worried about being conservative here. I mean, they're going after it. They're looking to shoot shots from behind the arc, taking more here than they did in the first quarter, and trying to put this team away.
Now here's Pierce. He's got 11. Back to Allen. Pass to Pierce. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Contact certainly altered that shot. The official was right on top of it.
And the first one at the line is good.
This is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line right here.
And so he makes both from the line. Here's Rose. 3 seconds left. And that's not going to fall for him. And the first half is now in the books.
Been a nice game for Boozer. 10 points and 1 assist. Boy, he was locked in that whole half.
It's the Bulls. They lead by 3.
All right, let's tip off the HP halftime report. I'm Damon Bruce. The Bulls are in a close one against the Boston Celtics. They've been in an incredible rhythm offensively. You're wondering why it's dark in the gym? They've shot the lights out. Their team's leading scorer, Carlos Boozer. After 2, he's got 10 points. He's not missed many shots so far. Everything's falling. And no shortage of desire from the Celtics side of things. They've played gritty D and have been hauling in the defensive rebounds. A nice first half by Ray Allen. Paul Pierce has also been a big factor for them. A lot of points on the board between these two. They've
So the start of the third quarter here, and it's been a close game, and we'll see if either team can get an edge. Here's Rondo. Ray Allen, Paul Pierce on the wings. Garnett and Perkins in the middle. And Rondo. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Pierce for 3. Noah snatches the rebound.
A rare miss on that one, bailed out the defense. He'll usually make you pay for soft serve defense like that.
Pierce against Dang. Here's Boozer. Nails the bank shot. Boozer's got 12. And here's Rondo. Garnett backing down. Nails the fadeaway. Garnett's got his second bucket.
He didn't need the fade there, but he knocked down the shot, so you can't argue with the result.
Clark, a lot of people felt that Kevin Garnett was getting too old for the Celtics to make it back to the finals.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, that's understandable, but he and the Celtics seemed to get healthy just in time for the playoffs, and I think that made all of the difference.
Celtics trail by 5. Allen kicks to Pierce. Easy shot. And again, it's Boston converting.
When you get a hot hand like him, it's real simple. You need to keep going with it.
And here comes Rose. He's got 7. You know, for these Bulls last season, Clark, they had some drama in the locker room. Maybe people not seeing eye to eye in the front office and on the coaching staff.
Yeah, they certainly did. I would call it front office friction.
Yeah.
But yet, despite that, Kevin, good young talent. So whoever steps into that situation has something to work with.
Pierce with the steal. The break is on. Buries the short-range shot. Pierce has got 17. Here's Rose. Just over 5 minutes left in the third. Getting back to what you were talking about, despite all the front office turmoil with Derrick Rose at the helm, the future does look bright for this Chicago team.
Well, not only Rose, I mean, you talk about Joakim Noah, you look at Luol Deng, he's in his prime, Taj Gibson, an impressive first-year player, so the Bulls have an awful lot of material to work with.
Allen outside. Garnett backing down. And another basket for Boston.
Well, these guys just aren't missing. They continue to knock down their shots here to start the third.
Rose passes to Deng. Noah with it. Boozer a screen on Perkins. Boozer over Perkins. It's blocked. Count it and the foul. They get Luol Deng.
What a tremendous effort. How did he convert that shot with defenders draped all over him? Paul Pierce playing very well. 19 points and 2 steals. He's rolling, trying to put them on his back right here.
Kurt Thomas, he's checked in for Chicago. Paul Pierce, the 10th pick in the 1998 draft, and what a great selection, Clark, for the Boston Celtics.
You know, Kevin, from day one it appeared as though Paul Pierce played as if he had something to prove, and he's proven that he's a Hall of Famer. He's one of the great players in Boston Celtics history.
Celtics foul.
The first one falls. Boozer hits them both. And here's Rondo. Just over 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Pass to Allen. Garnett. He's covered by Boozer. Takes the shot. And Garnett misses.
I hate to say it, but he choked big time on that shot.
Outside Rose. Dang. Tipped.
The interior D was lurking on that one.
Here's Garnett. Finishes the break with a ferocious slam.
That's just poor defense, Kevin. Somebody's got to get back and defend the basket. Instead, they give up a rack-to-rack finish.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Making a switch here are the Celtics. Wafers checked in. Here is Rose. He has 7. Outside Dang. Back to Rose. Leads him with the pass. Dang with the bucket.
When he gets it going like this, you've got to double team it. That's your only hope.
And here's Rondo. Just over 3 minutes left in the third. Back to Garnett. And Perkins backs in. Hits from the left block. Perkins got his first points in this one.
I bet the defense was a bit surprised when they saw him finish that play.
Now here's Boozer. 14 points for him. Outside Rose. Back to Boozer. Rondo on the double team. And that one's good. Boozer.
He's got a sky-high field goal percentage, and that's because he's been working to get good looks.
Rondo kicks to Perkins. Wafer. And there are the Celtics with another basket. Here's Rose. 2:13 left in the third quarter. Here's Boozer. Excellent D there from Garnett.
He's had some problems finding the range here in this quarter.
One aspect of the Celtics game that has been so strong of late is Clark, their defense. And, you know, they tied the Lakers for 5th best defensive efficiency in the NBA last season. I mean, they've been good for a long time on defense, and they carried that through again last year.
Well, when you've been as good as they have been, you know that's where you need to be solid on a consistent basis to win a championship. When you have Pierce on the outside and Garnett clogging up the middle, it gets very difficult to score points on the Celtics.
Rondo against Boozer. Wafer for 3. The shot misses, so the Bulls will take it the other way. Rose kicks to Boozer. A fadeaway. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. 18 points for Carlos Boozer. The Celtics with the lead. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Rondo. And O'Neal backs in. Fades away. And that one's good. And the Celtics lead by 4.
Talk about a difficult shot. The defender was breathing down his neck, so he faded away and lofted it over the top. Beautifully done.
Outside Dang. And Boozer backs in. 4 on the shot clock. Boozer double team. Here's Noah. Again, Chicago.
That's exactly how you break down the double team. Get the ball to a teammate for the open bucket.
And here's Rondo. And O'Neal backs in. Buries it from 14 feet. O'Neal's got 5 points so far. Outside Rose. With 4 seconds on the clock. Dang can't get it to go. And we are heading into the fourth. Lots of production in this one as we conclude the third. We're seeing a tremendous game from Paul Pierce.
Yeah, he continues to make an impact on the defensive end, Kevin. He's made some key steals.
Back here in just a moment here in Boston. Now, while we've got a moment, we're going to send it over to Doris Burke for our Spark of the Game, presented by Sprite. Doris?
Kevin, for that great stretch the Celtics together, they get the Sprite Spark Award. Their offense heated up in the third quarter, and that changed the complexion of this basketball game, guys.
Doris, thank you. Big scoring run there was the spark they needed.
Everything started to synergize, and once the ball was rolling, there was no stopping.
Here is Watson. So with Boozer on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. It's Gibson and Noah at the 4 and the 5. Lonnie Brewer out there with Watson and Dang.
These clubs have been lighting up the scoreboard all game long.
Here's Robinson. Pass to O'Neal. Pierce. Davis against Dang. Baseline jumper. Kept alive.
Well, he gives up some height, but he didn't give up the rock. Nice board.
And here is Brewer. Gets rid of it. And again, Luol Deng. Here is Robinson. And O'Neal backs in. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. And the Celtics lead by 2. Watson up top, guarded by Robinson. Watson's shot is off.
He's been AWOL this quarter. When his team is down and in need of some scoring from him, he hasn't shown up.
Outside, Pierce. Down low, deflects the pass. Brewer with the steal.
And Kev, that's only his... Oh my goodness. Nobody stopped the ball. The D made that much too easy for him.
Here's Robinson. Outside, Pierce. Brewer with the steal. Robinson picks him up. He gives them the lead. Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for Boston. Allen comes in for Kevin Garnett. The Bulls also changing it up. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Luol Deng.
As a team, they've been perfect from the line in this half. They've made them all. That's a good job, and that's exactly what you want. When you're going to get to the line, take advantage of those freebies.
Allen outside. And Pierce backs in. Fires the 3. Allen's shot is off. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here is Watson. Now Noah. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. And the rebound goes to Perkins. Celtics on offense. Trailing by 2. Allen. Brewer with the steal. And Allen picks him up defensively. Here is Watson, guarded by Robinson. Fouled, and he was real close to getting the three-point opportunity. He'll go to the line for 2. And he knocks down the first one. And he can't hit the second. Celtics trail by 3. Here's Pierce. Hits it, and with the blocking foul, he'll have a chance for one more.
Excellent anticipation there, Kev. He placed that pass perfectly.
Well, Clark, now it looks like we've got an injury, and he may have to come out of the game. That doesn't look good.
Kevin, this is certainly one aspect of the game that you never want to see. Hopefully the injury's not too severe, and he'll be able to return to action soon.
Carlos Boozer's checked in for the Bulls. And no problem at the line here for the three-point play. Here is Watson. Right around 4 minutes left in the game. Davis against Boozer. Here's Watson. And again, no good by Chicago. Here comes Paul Pierce. Robinson, that's good. Robinson's got his second bucket of the night. Here is Watson. Outside Boozer. Hits the J after faking out the D with the quick up fake. Boozer's got 20 points. Robinson kicks to Perkins. Allen outside. And Pierce backs in. The three. Kept alive. And so here is Chicago. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Here's Gibson. Pierce covering. And Pierce over to help.
He's really one of the big reasons why they have the lead now. He's playing an extremely efficient game. It's fun to watch.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They trail by 2. 2:38 after the fourth. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. He was warning them, saying, we're giving up too many easy threes out there. We've got to play tighter defense and close out better on shooters. They're killing us from long range. Will they step up now, Kevin?
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Davis. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Nate Robinson. And the Bulls making a change here. Garnett. Boston, no good that time either. Here's Rose, and it's Chicago scoring again.
He's just so gifted offensively. He's a tough guy to match up with.
Celtics trail by 4. Rondo with it. He's covered by Rose.
I don't think they've done a good enough job getting to the line here in the second half. I mean, they've just not been as aggressive and not been as efficient in getting that ball inside.
Sinks the first one, and that trims the lead to 3. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Kevin, they've been very efficient from the line today, extremely efficient, especially here in the second half. I mean, they've not missed one yet. 100% from the line, that's strong.
And it'll go the other way. The Bulls turn it over.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. You have to value every possession.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 2. 1:50 left in the game. Here's Allen. Covered by Brewer. Allen inside, covered by Brewer. Shoots from 12. Allen, that's good.
I think that's an outstanding possession for them. Got the shot they wanted.
And here are the Bulls now. Outside Boozer. Leads him in. Dang with the bucket.
Right now, he's just too good, Kevin. Way too good. They need to bring a second defender and try to make him give up the ball.
Outside Pierce. He's covered by Dang. The baseline J. The shot by Pierce will not go. Chicago leading. In low to Boozer. Oh! Whips in the reverse jam.
It's the old reversal. That was something else, wasn't it, Kev?
All a defender can do, Clark, is hope the photographer didn't get him in the picture.
I think he was posterized.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're down by 4. 1:02 left in the fourth. Here's Rondo. Garnett outside. Allen right side. Over Brewer. Blocked. And here comes Rose. Less than 1 minute left. He's picked up by Rondo. Rose, no good. Decisive possession. The crowd on the edge of their seats. And here's Rondo. Pass to Allen. He's covered by Rose. Just 5 to shoot. Allen's shot is off.
Can't D up a layup any better than that. Nice work.
And so they go with the intentional foul. They're not yet in the penalty, so they'll need to commit a second foul to send them to the line. And so they'll try to extend the game with the intentional foul here.
They needed to take that foul to stop the clock. That clock is not their friend at this stage in the game.
2 for 2, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Clutch free throws there. He drained them all to raise the lead.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're losing by 6. 17 seconds left in the game. Clark, what are your thoughts?
You have to be impressed by their tenacity. Still fighting, but the odds are definitely not in their favor. They need to hit a quick shot here, preferably a 3, and then foul. Well, the defense went to sleep on that inbounds play. You've got to get people on the outside shooting.
And the intentional foul called as they try to prolong it here.
That's the right move. Stop the clock and hope they make a mistake you can take advantage of.
Off target on the first. No good at the stripe this time. The second misses also.
Now that stinks, Kevin. You could have locked this thing up already.
Pierce for 3. Boozer with the rebound. Dang with it. And so they go with the intentional foul here. Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Off on the second. And here's Perkins. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that, Clark.
They sure don't. And when it was gut check time, this team kept their composure, kept their emotions in check, and got it done.
Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Brand Player of the Game, Carlos Boozer.